They called her useless, a blind girl meant to beg on the roadside. But in the noisy streets of Oka, Chisholm refused to bow to darkness. With nothing but her sharp fingers, she became the blind phone repairer everyone mocked and secretly admired. Yet, the people closest to her, the very blood in her veins, betrayed her in the most unforgivable way. Her own sister stole her future. Her own mother abandoned her like trash. But when the girl they left for dead rose again, not just with sight but with fire in her heart, the world learned a painful lesson: never underestimate the one you think is powerless. This is not just a story of healing, it is a story of betrayal, vengeance, and a tragedy that will shake your soul to the core. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will leave you speechless. Chisholm's world had no faces, only sounds, smells, and touch. Born blind, she lived with her mother Adiku and older sister Amoka in a noisy corner of Oka. Where others pitied her, she hustled. Instead of begging, she learned to repair phones by touch under Mr. Ebuka, a patient market technician. Neighbors gossiped, a blind girl repairing phones. No jazz. But Chisholm's fingers memorized every screw and socket. Soon, customers came looking for the blind girl with magic hands. Quietly, she saved every naira under her mattress. She wasn't buying wigs like Amoka. She dreamed of surgery to see. But Amoka, obsessed with fashion and quick money, didn't like being outshone by a blind girl. One night, Chisholm opened her box, empty. Amoka, where's my money? Amoka smirked. Your money? You mean our money? Better work harder, Miss Blind Engineer. Chisholm's heart cracked. But instead of giving up, she whispered, I'll start again. I will see one day, whether you like it or not. Amoka only laughed, because she wasn't done with her yet. Chi, someone wants you to fix his phone. He'll pay big money, Amoka purred. At night. Chisholm hesitated. Relax. Just near Zik Avenue. Quick job. Amoka led her to an abandoned construction site. The client's waiting inside, she lied. Chisholm gripped her cane, uneasy. Then came a sudden shove. Chisholm's cane clattered to the ground. Her foot slipped. Her head slammed a rusted iron rod. White-hot pain. Then silence. Amoka rifled her bag, pocketed what cash remained, and muttered, Stay where you belong, in darkness. Hours later, a night guard heard a faint groan and carried her to Dibia Okeke, a healer who fixed people even hospitals gave up on. When Chisholm woke up, head bandaged, she heard. My daughter, you are not meant to die. The world hasn't seen your purpose yet. Under Okeke's care, Chisholm recovered. He cleaned her wounds, taught her to grind herbs by touch, and whispered hope. Your darkness is not natural. It can be removed. Strange things happened. First faint light. Then blurry shapes. One evening she gasped, I can see something. But memory stabbed, Amoka's shelf, Amoka's laughter. Chisholm clenched her jaw. If they think I'll crawl back, they are wrong. She stayed with Okeke to train, not only to regain sight but to gain strength. Meanwhile, Amoka told neighbors that useless blind girl ran off with a man. Adeku cried briefly, then went back to gossip and parties. Weeks passed. Chisholm could now carry water jugs without spilling a drop. She memorized the smell of roots and leaves. Okeke applied a balm that opened her eyes wider, sunlight, trees, even his lined face came into focus, hazy but real. Meanwhile, Amoka's life unraveled. She flaunted stolen cash, but questions rose. Blind girl no fit cross road by herself. How she take vanish? Then came a strange sickness. Fever. Chest pain. Rashes no doctor could explain. In Enugu, specialists shrugged, nothing is wrong, but she's dying. Chisholm saw a vision, her sister sweating, trembling. Okeke only said, your eyes are opening to more than light. You're seeing truth. The heart that spills blood will drink poison. Amoka's sickness worsened. Her beauty faded. Friends avoided her. Even Adeku muttered, "This girl go kill me with hospital bills." Guilt haunted Amoka. She saw Chisholm's face in every shadow. Did she survive? Is this her curse? Back in Okeke's hut, Chisholm's sight sharpened day by day. Yet her heart ached, not with revenge, but with grief. Why would my own sister rather see me dead than happy? Life with Dibia Okeke sharpened Chisholm's spirit. Each day, she saw a little more. The haze lifted bit by bit until she could make out faces clearly. For the first time in her life, she saw her reflection in a clay bowl filled with water, a slim girl with scarred lips and burning eyes. But visions haunted her. At night, she saw flashes of her sister riding in bed, screaming in her mother's arms. She saw Adiku, her own mother, shaking her head and muttering, "Maybe this is her punishment for all the gossip she spread." Each vision felt like a rope pulling her back to the house she had escaped. The very place where her blood had betrayed her. One night, she sat before Okeke. "Father," she said, voice low but sharp, "I want to go back. Not as their blind victim, but as the one they tried to bury." Okeke studied her. "If you return with anger, you will bring destruction. Are you ready for that burden?" Chisholm's jaw tightened. "They destroyed me first. Let them taste their own darkness." Sometimes, survival itself is revenge. News of a girl with eyes reborn spread through Oka like wildfire. No one believed it at first, until Chisholm walked into Oka market, her cane tapping the ground not in blindness but in power. "Chi! Blind Chi," voices whispered. "But she's seen." "Chinik." Amoka heard the whispers even from her sickbed. Her chest burned. Fear crawled over her like ants. "No, it's not possible. I killed her." The day Chisholm entered their compound, Amoka screamed as if she had seen a ghost. Adiku dropped the rosary in her hands, her mouth falling open. "Chi, is it really you?" Adiku stammered. "Yes, Mama," Chisholm said, her eyes sharp and unflinching. "The blind girl you called useless has returned. The same one you refused to search for. The same one you left for dead." Adiku burst into tears. "My daughter, forgive me. I didn't know." Silence. Chisholm's voice cracked like a whip. "A mother protects, even when the world mocks. But you joined them in mocking me. You buried me with your silence." Her words cut deeper than knives. Adiku fell to her knees, but Chisholm's gaze was already fixed on Amoka. When blood betrays blood, forgiveness becomes a luxury. Amoka coughed violently, her skin pale. "Chi. I didn't mean, it was just more jealousy." Chisholm stepped closer, her shadow swallowing her sister's fragile form. "You pushed me into death. You stole my life for sneakers and wigs. Do you know what it feels like to taste your own blood in the dirt, while the person you trusted walked away laughing?" Amoka's lips trembled. "Please, don't. I'm your sister." "Sister?" Chisholm's laugh was bitter. "You killed that word the night you left me bleeding." Okeke's teachings echoed in her mind, forgiveness frees the soul. But the sight of Amoka, shaking in her bed, stirred no pity. Only fire. "I will not kill you with my hands," Chisholm said coldly. "But I will kill you with truth." She turned to the gathered neighbors, who had followed to witness the return of the blind girl. "Ask her where she left me. Ask her who stole my savings. Ask her why I almost died in an abandoned site." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Eyes turned on Amoka, their weight heavier than stones. Adiku sobbed, covering her face. Amoka screamed. "No. Stop looking at me. Stop." She thrashed until her weak body gave out. Her final breath rattled in her chest as if her own guilt strangled her. She died with her eyes wide open, staring at Chisholm. When vengeance comes, it never leaves empty-handed. The compound was silent. Neighbors whispered prayers, crossing themselves. Adeku clung to Chisholm's feet, weeping. "My child, forgive me, forgive me." But Chisholm only looked at her mother, her eyes like glass. "You are not innocent either. You chose gossip over love. You chose shame over me. Now live with what your choice has birthed." She pulled her feet away and walked out, leaving Adeku crumpled beside Amoka's lifeless body. That night, thunder rolled over Oka. Chisholm stood alone under the storm, rain washing over her face. Her sight was clear, but her heart was heavier than ever. She had won. She had seen. She had avenged. But at what cost? The girl who once dreamed of light was now bound to darkness of another kind, the kind that sits inside the heart and never lets go. Her journey was over, but the tragedy had only begun.